Hey everyone, welcome back to the Little Shop of Hoarders and the PDX Picker channel. My name is Chris. We've got some orders that have sold for me on eBay and Poshmark. Going to talk about a few cool finds that I had over the past weekend at estate sales and thrift stores, and we're going to go over comments from my last video or a video a couple times ago about what should I do when a buyer messages you a couple months after the purchase. So we're going to get into all of that stuff here just after the intro song, so stick around.
Wanna buy that Farrah Fawcett poster? There's dispensers and a toaster. Don't know why. That kind of stuff you throw away. I'll sell on eBay.
All right, it is Sunday, the Sunday before Thanksgiving. Sales still rocking for me, doing really well. I've been running across a few stories of people out there that maybe aren't doing so well in the reselling business. What I want to say to you guys is keep watching content, look for the things that are working for others and try and implement that in your store. Don't give up unless you've just had it or just there's extenuating circumstances that require you to give it up, but try not to, because it's still a very good business, and I think the future looks really bright for us. So let's go ahead and pull a couple of orders, and then we'll talk about the comments, we'll talk about some of my finds. So really action-packed video, so stick around. Oh, and also for any of you that are watching and you're just like, I don't have time to listen to Chris jibber jabber forever and ever, don't forget that you can change the setting on the speed of the video to something faster. So go into the upper right corner on your phone or the lower section on your computer and choose settings and choose playback speed. Bump that bad boy up to say 1.25. It'll go by a lot quicker, and it'll be a nice time saver for you. So let's go ahead and start with a couple of quick sales that I had on Poshmark. Both LL Bean items, so I think 'tis the season for LL Bean items. Maybe they are both kind of fall related and even winter type items. First one I picked up for $5. I don't remember where, but it was a nice sweater, women's sweater here. Navy blue, extra large. Not vintage, made in China. It's called a shaker stitch. This look to it, full zip. Sold for $20 plus shipping on Poshmark, so nice 5 into 20. And then even a little bit better is this LL Bean shacket. This guy right here, extra large men's. Picked this up for $6 at my church rummage sale, and that sold for $27 plus shipping. Again, both on Poshmark. A little bit better look at it here. So it's a fleece-lined shirt, jacket, or shacket. Make sure you put that in the title if you do have one of these. These are just a little bit heavier lined shirts. That's why they're called shirt jackets or shackets. Good sellers, especially in the LL Bean variety. I don't know of a lot of other brands that might sell well, but LL Bean definitely does. Weekend is good. Just spent all day yesterday, literally pretty much just laying in bed all day. It was kind of a well-needed rest. Just a lot of go around here, and sometimes, even though it might not be the most productive, certainly not the most productive in the short term, I think in the long term, for someone like me anyway, taking those rest days is really important for mental health and physical health and all of that. So we just sat around, wasted the day away, watched some college football. It was good. Sold my last Nintendo 64. Just trying to get rid of these things. This is Wayne Gretzky 3D Hockey N64, $7.77. It's all profit now at this point on that one. Not much profit. Well, that one wasn't much profit, but better than nothing, and I'm freeing up a little bit more space. Here is one of the better sales of the day. Might be the best one. I don't know. Whoa, stay. Got a brand new with tags Milwaukee M12 heated jacket. Got this. I paid up for it $29.99 at my thrift store, but it sold for $100 plus shipping in about 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks at the most. The These sell new, 240, 250, but they come with a battery, and this one didn't come with the battery. So the buyer is going to have to, I think it's, I don't know, no more than $60 for a battery. It's probably even less than that. But just the two different transactions makes it not worth as much, of course. So, but $100 from 30, pretty good. I will take that one. I had it listed for 130, and had a lot of watchers, but as soon as somebody offered me 100, I said, let's go. One thing I've noticed that I'm not selling lately, in fact, I don't think I have any. I have one pair. I don't have a lot of shoes selling for me lately. Shoes are actually my number one, men's athletic shoes, my number one most sold item or category, according to the eBay statistics. So, problem with that is I have not been listing very many lately because I have been slower to buy, slower to clean. So I just spent about an hour cleaning, I don't know, 10, 12 pairs of shoes before I came out here. So hopefully that will, well, definitely I'm going to be able to actually list some shoes. It's not hurting my sales. So I shouldn't be, I'm not worried or anything, but I think my sales could be even better if I wasn't putting off listing of or cleaning of my other shoes. So I wanted to show you this. I bought this over the weekend, and it's funny. This was at an estate sale I went to, and as many of you probably know or have experienced, estate sales can be very pricey. They had quite a few blow molds, and the owner of the estate sale company, who actually happened to be at this sale, they run probably 3 or 4 sales every week across the Portland metropolitan area, so pretty good sized company. She happened to be at the sale this weekend. She saw, the blow molds were still available 15 minutes after the sale opened, and she was kind of surprised. They're priced so well. I can't believe somebody hasn't bought them yet. And I mean, they weren't outrageous. I think it was a Mary and a Joseph. I think Mary was 55 and Joseph was 65. There was a Santa that was, I think, 85, or maybe he was 65. They were all in the $55 to $85 range at the most, but which is not horrible, especially at an estate sale. But I wasn't jumping on it. There's not a lot of profit to be made on those. Maybe for personal use, I might have. I almost bought the Santa just because I've always wanted one, but it wasn't quite the look I was going for. But I did find this young lad in a totally different section than the rest of the blow molds. They had this baby Jesus blow mold, and he's got an interesting look on his face. That baby Jesus looks like he's up to something. He is plotting and scheming right there. He's figuring out how to, get those disciples to follow him, and it's just funny. I thought the look on his face was a little more mischievous than I have ever thought baby Jesus to look. But this one is only $5, and he's not it's not lit or anything like that. I don't even think it's that old, to be honest. It says manufacturer is Pan Asian Creations Limited. But anyway, baby Jesus's, baby Jesus. Not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just, how do you say multiple Jesuses? Baby Jesus blow molds can sell pretty well, $35-40 or so. So I'm hoping this one, even though it's not lit, it's not old, at least I don't think it is, and he looks like he's plotting to take over Christmas and steal everyone's cookies. Despite all those, I'm still hoping to get $35-40 for him. Found a couple of other good things at the sale. A lot of times at estate sales, I kind of swing for the fences, so I'll buy something that looks like it might have a lot of value, and cross my fingers after doing more research. I have one of those here. I'll show you in just a little bit. This is, I think, is going to be, especially for $5, should be worth it. Parts only, if nothing else. We've got this Latrax Rally RC car, and paid $5 for this. Some random other things in here. But we got a battery, we've got the wheels, multiple fingernail clippers. Those are important. Anyway, new, I think these sell for 80, 70, 80 bucks. Maybe pre-owned they sell for that much, I can't remember. But anyway, I'm hoping Parts only, if nothing else, because Lord knows if this actually works. Hopefully get 30 bucks for that, and I spent $5 on it. Those of you that have seen me over the past couple of weeks, I have talked about this in the past, and I found another one. This one was $5. Got ourselves a Oregon Scientific thermometer, not a calculator. This display is nothing special, but according to this, it's only 55 degrees in here. I don't think so. Anyway, this is what actually sells, this thermosensor. This is what's worth buying. So this guy I've sold 2 of already for about 35 or 40 bucks, and this one I know it works because it's actually connected here. But anyway, 35, 40 bucks for that. I spent $5 for the pair. I don't know if this has any value. I might just toss it. I'll look it up. I doubt it's worth anything. Maybe 5 bucks if anything at all. And then the last item that I'll show you here, this is the one that I am kind of swinging for the fences, if you will. I mean, I don't think the value is insane. Maybe 75 bucks to 100 at the most. But I paid $5 for all these items. I bought something. No, I paid $8 for this. So, oh well, it doesn't matter. I paid $28 total, $5 for 4 things, and $8 for this doll. So this doll here, I can't find any marks on it. It has a little bit of a condition issue on her eye. Not sure if that comes through, but the eye there has some paint that has chipped off. I haven't looked too hard. I looked at the neck, I looked at the backside, all those areas, trying to find any sort of a mark, but I don't think there is. But I believe this particular style of doll is kind of sought after. The way that this is made. I don't know what it's made out of. Feels like a version of plastic, but I don't know. And I'm really zoomed in there, so I apologize for that. Anyway, potentially, like I said, this could be worth $75, $80, $100, or it might be worth absolutely nothing. I'll try and do a little bit more research on it, try and find some more marks. I don't think there are any anywhere, but anyway, if this looks familiar to any of you viewers out there, comment and let me know if you think you could identify what kind of doll this is, or the time period, or is it made by anybody in particular. African American dolls are oftentimes good subject matter because they're a little bit more rare. They didn't make as many of these back in the day, so they can be a little bit more valuable. Also had a lot of good luck at my thrift store, my favorite thrift store. I found a bunch of fishing harnesses. So imagine you are in a boat out on the ocean and you've hooked a big huge fish and you want to kind of strap yourself in so the fish doesn't pull you off or whatever. I bought 3 of those, $7.50 each. I think they can maybe sell for 40, 50, 60 bucks. Maybe not that much, probably 40 or 50. Brand new, they sell for like 120, so you never know. Got some nice items of clothing. This is funny. I'll show you this and then we'll go, we'll move on, talk about the comments that I got in the previous video and then the rest of the items that sold for. This right here, cabinet wax, heavy duty premium dry wax paper. I saw this for $12.99, and this just comes back to the notion that you go ahead and look up pretty much anything and everything if you have the time. I went ahead and looked this up, and believe it or not, even at $12.99 for this pack of 2, this has resale value. So as of right now on eBay, there's one listed. It is a pre-owned box, so a box that I believe is already opened, maybe? And it's $18.40 plus $21 shipping, which is kind of crazy to me. But there's 6 sold in the last 90 days. One box of this sold for $25. Another box sold for $21. So I can probably sell both of these for plus the shipping on it is insanely expensive. People are charging $21 for shipping. Here's one, a normal one. Somebody charged $13 shipping. But anyway, I could probably charge $25 for each of these, so I'll get $50 for these heavy-duty premium dry wax paper. It's for a deli food, like deli counters, making sandwiches, things of that nature. I don't know if they don't make it anymore. I don't know if it's made by Dixie. Maybe from, the food supply places. It's insanely expensive. Whatever. Anyway, probably get $50 out of that $13 purchase. It's just kind of blew my mind. So, as I mentioned, don't hesitate to scan pretty much anything out there. All right, let's go ahead and pull a couple more items that's sold. I have sold this pair of boots a lot. 3 times, to be exact. This would be the 3rd time. And I am hoping that the 3rd time is the charm. This is the cheapest I've sold these. I picked these up for $3 at a garage sale. They're a pair of Danner 200-gram boots, and just... One person sent it back because they were too narrow, and they do look really, really narrow. I've gone back and forth as to whether these are men's or women's, but I measured them and they are definitely men's. They're Gore-Tex, Danner, nice boots, just a kind of an odd size. So I put in the listing that they are very thin, and hopefully this person that bought them for 25 bucks has really thin feet. I think they're size 8.5 or something like that, men's. So just a weird shaped shoe or foot. And like I said, hopefully 3rd time is the charm on these. I think at this point, if this buyer gets them, doesn't like them, and wants to return them, I'm just going to give them a refund and say, go ahead and donate them. Because they, they're just not, they're not sticking. They're not sticking into the buyers. They keep wanting to return them for a reason, I think. So, but hopefully this will work for these people. All right, this is an Enesco Christmas ornament. I think this is the right one. All I want for Christmas. Is that right? Yeah. So picked this up for $1, and it's all I want for Christmas, EYE, because there's a couple of mice on a pair of eyeglasses. For whatever reason, this one is a little bit extra valuable. Sold for $27.96 plus shipping. Paid $1 for it. It is the 2nd issue in the Christmas Spectacles series. So apparently Enesco decided that glasses and Christmas ornaments was a good series to have back in the 90s. Who knows? Seems a little odd to me. And speaking of Christmas, I think I've talked about this before. I'm kind of anti-Christmas reselling. I'm sure there are good things. I know there are good things out there. A lot of Christmas houses, or the little buildings are good for resale. So this guy sold. It's a House of Lloyd, Ebenezer Scrooge, Christmas Around the World, Never Too Late Scrooge. He's in the box there. He looks exactly like what the picture looks like. I picked this up for $1.64 at the Goodwill outlet, and sold that for $10 plus shipping. I've had him for a long, long time, almost 2 years. Didn't sell all last year at Christmas. He was already on a 40% off sale. And, when I picked him up, there were a couple that had sold. Sell-through rate, I don't think it's great, but it wasn't completely non-existent. But the value on that has definitely gone down a ton. And same with this one as well. I picked this one up for 90 cents. But the resale value was, I thought, a lot better when pretty good. Like 100%, 3 listed, 3 sold when I originally got this. It is a Jenny Corgi. It's got a kind of a Santa hat type of thing and a scarf on. He sings a song and dances, but you know, it's not a Christmas song. It's "Who Let the Dogs Out." So I don't really know why he has kind of the winter hat and the scarf if he's singing "Who Let the Dogs Out." But picked that up for 90 cents and also sold that one for $10 on offer. It was also in my 40% off sale. I don't know what this trend is, and I know that there are people selling Christmas things for good money. I'm not. So don't come to me for good Christmas ideas. I'm not going to give you the goods, that's for sure. So I picked this next item up at the Goodwill outlet. You know what, before we go into more, let's talk about the comments. I don't know how many of you are still going to be watching at this stage, but again, real quick, sold this camera to a buyer back in September, and 2.5 months later, they messaged me asking for some technical help. This is not the first time they'd asked for help from me. I had tried to help them with an SD card issue soon after they bought it. We went back and forth. They seemed like they had absolutely no idea what they were doing, so I offered them a refund at the time. They never took me up on it, and then came back to me 2.5 months later saying the camera isn't working. It was giving a lens error, so I asked you all, what should I do? And in case you didn't watch my last video, what I did decide to do is just tell them, just please Google the results. That's what I was doing. Just Google how to fix the issue, and that's the best advice that I can give them. I was kind of done with being their tech support. I'd already walked through them through multiple issues, like I said, with the SD card in the past, and I just, I wanted to cut it off. I wanted to cut it off at the pass, let them know, appreciate the business, but my relationship with you is over, and we're not going to be talking back and forth. I'm not going to be giving you this advice over and over again. A couple people commented somewhat similar things, maybe even a little harsher though. This person said, "You're too nice now. You're slowly losing your profit on that camera the more you engage with this buyer. Your time is money. They should be doing the Googling themselves, or they should go to their local camera store as suggested by others." Somebody said they need to take it to a camera shop and leave me alone. This person said, ignore, block, and list more. I don't know how I feel about that one, but this person said, I would help them as much as possible, but referring to a professional in their area might be the best option. Yeah, and that's not the only person that said that. Refer them to YouTube or a camera store. After 2 months, who knows what they have done to the camera. I would refer and ignore going forward. So people were, I think people were telling me that I should refer them to somebody local, or suggest to them, hey, find somebody local in your area who works with cameras. They're going to be better suited to help. And I don't know why I didn't think about that. I guess I didn't even know. Honestly, I didn't even know camera repair people existed still. In this day and age, if I buy an $80 camera and it breaks, I'm probably just going to try and find a new camera. If I buy a $150 camera and it breaks, I might still try and find a new camera. Not that I am just swimming in money, but it's more like the cost to repair that is probably going to be just as much as buying another different camera. So yeah, I had never thought to refer them to a local camera person, but maybe they don't mean that they're going to pay this person anything, but that just might connect them to a good resource. That was one of my other favorite YouTubers. I watch his channel. He's out of Australia, the Disgruntled Octopus. He's the one that put that. He also said, furthermore, do not refund. You'll make me more disgruntled than I already am. You're running a business, not trying to make imaginary eBay friends that you won't sell to ever again. It still makes me chuckle. I love that comment, and I never, ever considered refunding the person. I just threw it out there as an option because I know some people might consider that as an option, even though that at this point was not at all an option that I was considering. But I do appreciate his passion in being adamantly against the refund option on there. Lastly, I'll just say, this person said, it sounds like you have gone above and beyond already for your camera buyer. Since they didn't take you up on the return within the time frame, at this point, I would refer them to find a local person or shop that may be able to assist them with operating the camera. Politely explain that you are not an expert on this item and that you're just searching online for the answers to the questions they are asking. That one is the best answer, and if I had waited to get the response from the commenters before I reached out to that buyer, that's exactly what I would have done. I think this Nancy's Notions 072, she did it exactly how I want to run my business, which is I want to be helpful, I want to be polite, I want to do a really good job for my customers, but there is a line that, you know, I won't cross out of respect for my own business and time. But and I think her response to that, which is explain exactly what's going on. I'm not an expert. I'm just Googling the results, and you might be better suited to go to a local person. That was the best response. So great job, Nancy's Notions. You are the winner of the non-existent prize, but good job. I appreciate the answer, and I appreciate all the responses that everyone gave on that previous video. A couple of more sales, and then we'll wrap this video up. You can see it's dark out, and got quite a few things to do before the night ends. Back to this I was mentioning I bought this at the Goodwill outlet. It is a cashmere sweater, and Daniel Cremieux, I think it's Cremieux, French name. 100% cashmere sweater. Paid $4.72. It must weigh more than I think. Almost 2 pounds. That's how much. Well, $2.79 a pound is what I paid for it. So whatever that equates out to equal $4.72. That sold for $20 plus shipping. It took quite a while. I don't think Daniel Cremieux, Cremieux, the signature collection, must not be a really well-known brand, but it's a nice 100% cashmere, good condition, no holes, sweater. So they're getting a really good deal, that buyer. And then lastly, another part of my Ninja blender sold. This is the motor. So the motor base, again, all these were about $5 approximately that I paid for these. A little less than that because I paid $20 for a whole bunch of different things. That sold for $27.95 plus shipping on that. So Ninja professional blenders are really good things to part out if you can find them for $10 or less usually. All right, so that's going to do it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Please like this video if you did, and subscribe to my channel to get some more content like this in the future. Good luck with all your reselling ventures out there, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.